Hello and welcome to section 18 of the Grand Tour of Northumberland. For the next 2 days we're going to be walking right the way around Kielder Lake for section 18 and section 19. So first of all, join us for section 18 as we head towards Kielder Castle.
Digging through a closet of old CDs, past lives in boxes. Music absorbed till it seeped from my skin. Can't stand to hear it. Means more to me than photographs. Pictures of backyard and northern sunsets are all that exist in my mind. Freshly cut lawns and daytime sprinklers, spider webs on a gray wooden fence. I remember the comedian.
First stop is Tower No Visitor Centre, where you can top up on refreshments, a bathroom break if needed, and a gift shop. Incidentally, there's Neil joining me on the walk.
Oh, yes.
And we are also joined today by Liz and the dog, Bonnie. So, 3.5 mile mark, another 10 3/4 miles to go. And we just got hit by a really heavy shower there. Okay, when you get to this sign, you have a choice. You can go this way, which is the way we're going, which is 4.5 miles, or you could take a shortcut, which is that way, which is 1 3/4 miles. There's the Daft as a Brush Cancer Patient walk, and they're taking the shortcut. They cheated. So let's go. Along the banks of Kielder are various art installations and this is the first one that we've come across. So this is part of Kielder Keepsake by Nicola Moss in 1998. Artist Nicola Moss created a series of bronze rubbing plaques located on a walking loop around the end of Bull Crag Peninsula, which is where we are now. Each plaque depicts a different subject inspired by experiences the artist had as she explored Kielder and developed the project. Once kitted out with a keepsake pack, which unfortunately we were unable to get, you can go around the walk and find the plaques and take rubbings, and you will end up with a book of rubbings at the end of it, which is the reason why it's called the Kielder Keepsake, because you have a keepsake book of the art. That's looking back on where we've just been. Here's the second one, which looks as though it is a depiction of Kielder with a bird in a tree. Here's the third one. It's got a pattern on the top as well. It's spiral. I'm not exactly sure what the inspiration for that one is. Kielder Reservoir is the largest artificial lake in the United Kingdom by capacity of water. In fact, it's the largest artificial lake in Northern Europe. Holds 200 billion litres of water, that's 44 billion gallons. Its shoreline is 27.5 miles, of which we are going to be walking most of it. Here's another one of the plaques. Obviously that's got something to do with the reservoir. You can see the water. This is another art installation. This one is Freya's cabin. You see that we've finished now with Kielder keepsake. So Freya's cabin is one of a pair of small buildings located on opposite sides of Kielder Water along the lakeside way, which is what we're on now. Incidentally, I'm busy reading these notes. The two buildings, Robin's hut and Freya's cabin, are linked by the story of Freya and Robin, which tells a tale of two characters who live by the lake and their efforts to meet up. Freya's cabin is a timber structure clad in gold balanced in long golden stems and carved on the inside like a forest. That's the inside. The architects Studio Weave imagined the story of Freya and Robin after visiting Kielder in March when the bright sun was low in the sky, even in the middle of the day. From the location of Freya's cabin, the whole of the North Shore, where Robin's hut now sits, was brightly illuminated, and it was easy to make out the tiniest detail.
So, on the way here, I went to Greg's in Hexham, little garage, what's it called? The Nisa garage or whatever, get some sandwiches. There were some tuna sandwiches with cucumber, but look at this, what a disappointment. So we've got like a lovely wholesome looking sandwich there, but when you get inside, oh look at that. They kind of ripped you off, but they've ripped themselves off because cucumber doesn't cost a lot. They could have like put it all the way around, but they put the tuna all the way at the back. They would have been better and put the tuna at the front, the cucumber like all the way back. But there you go, that's a Greg's tuna and cucumber sandwich. Bit of disappointment.
So the story of Freya and Robin. Apparently Freya used to spy at Robin across the lake, and she had a bit of a crush for him, but she didn't know how to talk to him because he lived on the other side of the lake. So she built the cabin I was just been at, and the idea was that Robin would spy the cabin and build a boat, cross the lake, and Freya would find love. Trouble is, on the other side of the lake, the north side of the lake, Robin was busy looking south, and all Robin could see was the glare of the sun. It's not really a Northumberland legend, to be honest, because the lake didn't used to be there.
In my heart flows a river. Maybe that's why I dream.
First time I've ever seen a woodpecker. Heard plenty of them, but never seen one until now. So that was a squirrel hide. Fortunately we didn't see any squirrels, but plenty of finches, and got to see a woodpecker. So, quite cool. This is another art installation.
Carved into my skin, my flesh and my bone. Ink of seas and fields.
See, it's all these little walls This is called Shadow, and it's by Julia Barton in 1995. Shadow is one of the earliest sculptures to be made for Kielder Water and Forest Park, inspired by and celebrating the ancient trees along the beach's walk. Shadow encourages visitors to experience its many textures that echo those found on the nearby beech trees. The work consists of 8 parts and is made of local whinstone, sandstone and earth. The parts are seen to relate to each other and create a shadow stretching down the hill where none would otherwise fall.
It was time to leave again, and I took one last walk to feel the waves.
Land or green parks.
Words flew
Through the door.
around and the winds gathered
inside.
closely, and it fell from my eyes.
Deep peace of the running wave to you. Welcome to this living church planted here in the land of St. Aidan and St. Cuthbert for Easter 2019. Well, you can't complain about me not going to church on a Sunday. Okay, the play garden was made by Zone Architects in 2006. Play garden is an unusual playscape featuring a walled garden for smaller children with forest follies in wilder area for older participants. The architects have created a miniature landscape that mimics aspects of the Kielder environment, while the enclosed area provides a safe play for younger children. More challenging tower structures are over there represent a cottage, a barn and castle, occupy a more open area and suggest past lives of this agricultural and military landscape. A line marked out by a series of steel poles whose tops all lie in the same level crosses through the play area and encourages visitors to make a connection between the miniature landscape of play garden and the lost landscape that now lies beneath the flat expanse of Kielder Water. Sorry. Can't pass the pub, Neil. We're just waiting out a shower before we get going. Okay, this mini golf is another artwork. It's by the artist Wolfgang Wilder. Or Wolfgang Willeder. I have no idea how you pronounce that name. The artist developed mapping from old and new maps of Kielder, creating fairways and obstacles from these maps with holes and start points that refer to the past and present locations within the valley, spreading out over the course of a number of levels. Well, there's Rushy No. A key part of the artist's concept was that visitors would be able to play the course in any way that they wished, constructing their own pathways using the start and finish options available to create an infinite number of more or less challenging routes suitable for their skill level. Of course, this non-linear approach was always going to require negotiation with the other users about the overlapping use of the space, and this needed the communication between players was another part of the project that interested the artist. mapping uses bright finishes and colours and is fully accessible, highly visual and entertaining must-play experience. So there's Kielder Castle, 5 3/4 miles. That's what we've got left to do. And Kielder Dam, 8.5 miles, which we've already done. Before they built Kielder, there used to be settlements where the lake is now, and a road and a railway. And this part of the walk is following said road. You can still see the white lines in the middle of the road. And it just disappears into the lake. We're right on the edge of a rain cloud. It's raining to my left and it's sunny to my right. That's the second time on this grand tour we've been on the edge of a rain cloud. It's very cool. I'm sure many of you will recognise the bridge behind me from Mr. Andy Wardle's videos. It's featured in more than one of his videos of wild camping in Kielder. It's a very nice bridge actually. The water's so still. It is, isn't it? We're near in the end of this section soon. A couple of more artworks and then we'll be at Kielder Castle. No, it's not an artwork. It's just a random staircase, yeah. Nice bit of balancing there. Kittle can or title can. An amazing collection of ink caps here. And then back under the other side. That's where one of the other artworks is, along there. Let's go and have a look. So this here was where one of the other artworks was once, and unfortunately it looks like it's been removed. There was like a wooden platform structure that was in this sort of vicinity. Never mind, there's plenty more to see. And we took a little misturn, come to the jetty instead. It's padlocked, but we're just gonna jump the fence, I think.
Breaking the law.
Feels a little weird actually being on the jetty. It's a bit wonky over there, like. I assume this must be for a ferry or something. There is a ferry. Doesn't seem to be in operation anymore. Wow, feels a bit weird. The jetty's actually floating on the water. And go at the end. Pretty cool, isn't it?
This is a really cool feeling, actually.
It is, isn't it? It's like being on a boat.
The detour and do this one. This is great. It bounces.
Yeah, it does. Obviously, we're not supposed to be on here, but.
This is Kielder Column. It's made of pink sandstone blocks arranged around a core to create the sense of ascending spiral. It was created by John Main in 1999 for the Gateshead Garden Festival and re-erected here at Bakefin Weir in the same year. This is Bakefin Reservoir. It is separated from Kielder Water by a weir. Its purpose is to prevent the shallow reaches of Kielder Water from drying out when water is released from the main reservoir. Now it's a conservation area managed by the Northumberland Wildlife Trust.
Here's another Hyde. You have a choice between the forest view and the lake view. Let's have a look at the lake view first. Over there you've got a osprey nest, and on this island apparently live otters. That seems to be empty now. Kielder's home to quite a large osprey population. This year in 2019 there were 6 nests of breeding osprey pairs that resulted in 11 chicks surviving out of 18 laid eggs. And let's have a look at the forest view. Yeah, those sides aren't as active as the last one, but it is quite late in the day now. Wow, that's a groovy seat. It's made out of carvings of otters and fish and osprey. Very good. Like that. Very nice little spot, this. So green. This here is Kielder Viaduct. Formed part of the old railway that used to run, which we talked about on the last episode. Or last section, I should say. Very cool. Love viaducts. It's like a twisted arch. Remember that one we saw on the way away? Like the twisted bricks.
Yeah.
It's like that, isn't it? It's really cool. Yeah, the choice to either go under or over the viaduct. We went under. I'm glad we chose to go under. You would have missed that on the top. Excellent stuff. So here we are at Kielder Castle. And that marks the end of section 18 of the Grand Tour of Northumberland. So we finished the walk, and tonight we're stopping in a cabin. I told Neil to book a campsite for a tent, and he booked a little hut instead. It's probably alright considering the wind that we've had. So I'll just give you a quick. There we go. Basically like a wooden tent. Okay, so the reason why we are staying the night at Kielder is because it's famous for the dark skies. The Northumberland International Dark Sky Park is England's first dark sky park area and Europe's largest. At apparently 580 square miles, it is the 4th largest dark sky park in the world. That is an area which is actively managed to protect the dark sky. Obviously there's going to be larger dark sky areas in the world like the Atlantic Ocean, Pacific Ocean, Antarctica, but they're not properly managed as dark sky places. It is estimated that 85% of the UK population has never truly seen a dark sky, and unfortunately we're not going to see one either because it's cloudy outside. So then Neil, how was that one?
It was really good, I enjoyed it. The walk around Kielder, got halfway around. Tomorrow we're doing the next half. It's a long walk, it's an easy walk. Took about 24 kilometres in total, 15 miles I think it was. And if you do it on a Sunday, be careful because no pubs seem to be open. We went to the Black Cock Inn again, but they wouldn't let us in, so we ended up spending the night in the cabin together, which will be interesting. And yeah, so looking forward to tomorrow. And like Nick said, the dark skies is good to look at, but it's a little bit cloudy tonight, unfortunately. So yeah, we'd like to come back here and do the cabin again and hopefully see some dark skies. But certainly a good walk, like to see and do along the way.
So yeah, that was not too bad of a walk. It was actually quite pleasant walking around the lake. It wasn't too taxing. If it's dry weather, you could probably get it with trainers, but with it being a little bit wet, we got hit with showers periodically, so boots was in need. The art installations provided a bit of extra interest to the walk. Otherwise, the walk could have been a little bit, I wouldn't say boring because there was like really nice scenery, but probably boring to like film. I'm not exactly sure how this video is going to turn out, to be honest, because basically I was reading the art stuff because I don't know a lot about art, unfortunately. Tomorrow we will do the other side of the lake. There will be some more art, but tomorrow will be section 19, which I'll probably do as a separate video. But there's a little bit of history about the castle, and there is a legend of Northumberland too, and a little bit of history about the mines, a little bit of history about the forestry as well. So history again tomorrow. Yeah. So we'll catch you in the morning. Good night.
It's good night from him. And it's good night from me.
Oh, don't forget to comment below, hit the subscribe button, share with your friends on social media, and we'll catch you tomorrow.
Hopefully we're still alive.
Can't stand to hear it.